Hi, my name is Miles Coney, and welcome to Quarantine Chronicles. And we have our guest speaker, Leslie Gray. All right, so Leslie Gray, tell me about yourself.
So I'm 42. I'm a single mom of two beautiful children. My daughter's 21. My son is 17. He's in high school. He's a football star. I've had every occupation just about possible, um, from being a nurse all the way to my last job, which was being a server. I live in a little small town in West Georgia. I think we have like what, two red lights maybe. I graduated from Bowden High School in 1996, and that's basically my life. It's pretty simple.
Question number one: what do you do for a living? And talk about your background.
So I was currently a server at the Courthouse Cafe, which was a little cafe on the corner across the street from the courthouse in my little town I worked. I was a server there. I loved it. I've done anywhere from nursing to marketing to something as simple as this. I am an extrovert. So I love people. I never meet a stranger. You know, life has been good, but life has also been rough. Um, and I was, at the time working also at State Farm Arena doing concessions or maybe bartending. And then, of course, COVID shut all of that down.
How has the COVID pandemic affected you in your day-to-day life?
Whew. Yeah, that's something really to talk about. So I suffer from depression and anxiety. And like I'd mentioned, I'm an extrovert. And some people just need, like, at my job, we served, like, I would probably say 95% of the clientele was the elderly. And so those hugs, from them, I need that. I need to see people. I need to be around that. So my depression has gotten worse. It hasn't really been able to be controlled like with medication or anything, not to where it was before the COVID. And with not working, I'm a single mom. It's really put a financial strain on me. But I don't get up. Like every morning I had a set time. I was up, I was ready, I was drinking my coffee, I was ready to go. And I don't do that anymore. My beach trip, both of my beach trips I had planned for this year, canceled. The first time that I was able to even get in water was just like last weekend. And I went and floated in the river. I still went out when the COVID first hit, even though they closed my job. It was a daily thing. It used to be for me right before Target closed or TJ Maxx closed. I would go and just spend a couple hours in there every single day, just so I could see people. And again, I live in a small town, so for me, everybody knows my name. And now that the mask mandate and stuff has gotten worse, I also have a lot of other health problems, underlying conditions, actually. I have congestive heart failure, and I've got Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disease with my thyroid, and an A1 lung deficiency. So those masks, I can't breathe in. It gives me much more anxiety when I feel like I can't breathe. And so now that the masks have been, mandated and you cannot go into a certain store, we take little things for granted, like being able to get up and just go to the store. when we could, we would rather be lazy and shop online. So as far as like my character, and for me, it's really just, it's damaged that. I don't even know if my son's going to be able to play high school football this year. That's an issue for me. I've been, maybe you can say, bitter about the whole thing. So yeah, as far as, my mental state, and even to my physical state, it has really done a lot of damage to it. A lot of damage.
What is something good that has come out of this situation?
Well, that, I'm going to be honest now, that is a hard one to answer. Because with depression, and stuff like that, I, for myself, often overlook the good things that have happened, or the good things that's going on. But if I have to say, I've got to spend more time with my kids, because they weren't, going 24/7. That was a plus, So that family time when they weren't going and coming because they're teenagers. Well, one's grown, they're teenagers. And as I mentioned, I'm a single mom. So I guess apparently when they get to a certain age, they don't need mama no more, or want mama around. So that has been probably, almost the best thing that has happened to me. The two top during this pandemic that I can say that have happened to me was, we got news that my daughter is going back to college. So I'm super proud of that. And my son got his first college football offer. So, the top, yeah. So those are the two best things that have happened to me, because my kids are my world. I've been in mommy mode, for 18 years by myself. So that right there, yeah, during this COVID, it was the two best things that have ever happened during this COVID.
What is something bad or something you don't like about this situation?
Everything. I think it's ridiculous. Do I believe it's real? I do. Do I believe it's like another strain of the flu? Do I think it's as serious as it is? I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. But I understand that it has also blessed some people, like my son's coach. His wife's pregnant. They've been wanting another baby. So, woo, to COVID on that, But everything else, horrible. It's just, it's horrible. And that's really the only words that I have to say for it. It's terrible.
What is the first thing you want to do when this is over?
I want to go put my feet in the sand at the beach. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to see no mask. I don't want to see none of that. Just let me be in my little lounge chair. Let me get some sun. Give me a cold cup of water and just let me be. No mask. I can't be getting like a mask line. No. So I want to go to the beach and I want to be left alone.
What is the thing you have learned about yourself that you are working on changing to be better when this is over?
Maybe, that's a hard one. I have a couple, actually. The main thing that I would say is taking small things for granted. The fact that, we take it for granted when we could simply go sit on our back porch and drink coffee in the morning and not have to worry about, the pandemic, the COVID, or how we can simply, basically, be ourselves. And not that I wasn't myself before, but I think this has made me a better person. And I think sometimes we can all gain to be a better person in some way. So, it's helped me to work on ways that I can deal myself with my depression and my anxiety. And I'm definitely going to keep and be persistent on making those changes, because it affects everyone around me, everyone in my household, when I'm angry, when I'm depressed. And I can choose to wake up in the morning and try to be happy and change, or I can choose to keep wallowing in my depression. So it has given me that to think about, and I'm looking so forward to changing and making a better me. Being from a small town and, like I said, working at the Courthouse Cafe, we were all at work one day, and all of a sudden, in the front door walks young Jock. Seriously, you guys, young Jock. In our small town, it was like, oh, okay, so yeah, you're meeting us and it's going down. He was like, oh my gosh, the nicest guy. He was so respectful, and it was like, I'm 42, but I worked with a couple of younger girls, and they were like, oh, it's young Jock. And yeah, me over here like, oh, hey, young Jock, So I was able to get, a photo with him. It was actually really neat because his girlfriend was doing a case at the courthouse. And like I said, again, I live in Carrollton, Georgia, where the University of West Georgia is. It's small. Like, you would never think young Jock would, especially come in the Courthouse Cafe. So that was a totally great experience. And then probably maybe, 3 months later, in walks Otis Nixon. Everybody has got to know Otis Nixon. I mean, the best baseball player. Awesome. Otis is a really good guy. I was actually able to get a photo with him too. And Otis was actually in our town because he was doing a drug court. They have that at the courthouse. And he is part of that program, which I think is absolutely amazing given his background. So that photo was brilliant too. And again, Otis Nixon. And again, the young girls I work with, they were like, huh, who's Otis Nixon? I'm like, whoa, Otis Nixon, yes. And they're like, we don't know who he is. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to need for you to Google it. So I have had some great experiences at the Courthouse Cafe that I will forever treasure.
Okay. So, do you have any last words for the audience?
I just would like to tell them, God bless you all. You all are beautiful. You're worth something. Do not let the pandemic hold you from knowing your value and your worth.
All right. Thank you guys for watching Quarantine Chronicles. And we had our guest speaker, Leslie Gray. So, do you have any social media you want to shout out?
Yes, actually, you can follow me. It's Leslie Gray on Facebook. Go to my Instagram at lily.37, or you can also follow me on Snapchat at lfantabulous1.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching Instant Human Entertainment, and catch you guys on the next episode.